It's the end of Siege season, and as is tradition, we get to take a look at all of the different defenses from the top guilds on the different servers. We're not going to take a look at China, but we are going to, just because I don't have an account on China, I don't feel like going through the beginning of the game to get to a place where you can join a guild. But for the rest of the servers, we are going to take a look at a few different matches from the different servers. So this one is, we're going to start off with Europe. Let's pause at what we think is a good spot, and it's never actually... Well, there's never a perfect spot, so let's get it started. Let's see what there is from Aftermath EU versus AF Legends. Lols. That moment when it's sister guilds fighting each other. We're okay. So we're gonna see a lot of Miangs. Actually, maybe not a lot of Miangs. We're gonna see a lot of Cichlids. That's for sure. CR Jogun Kinkis. This is a different base. It just happens to also be CR Jogun Kinkis. Of course, we always see TL Langs. I wonder how many of the new units we're going to see. I have a feeling this is just going to be full of Cichlids today. That's another base that's full of Cichlids. Okay, we can't get to that one because it is... Yeah, we get to see some Miangs. We get to see some Claras, which of course we're going to see Claras. Speed lead, speed lead, speed lead. Either speed lead or HP lead in every base. No other leads are really... No other leads are ever anywhere in Siege. I mean, aside from very... few and far between. CR Jogun Theomars. The other ones were Kinkis, CR Jogun Theomars again. And then some more Mia. I'm seeing some phase here. We are all seeing some phase here. The RNG Queen. One of many RNG Queens. Every monster in Summoner's War is an RNG Queen. Let's see if we can see these 1, 2, 3s on each side. Open up. We were a little bit short. Okay, let's see what this okay. Yep, more CR Joguns. And we have these on the other side. Okay, we see some more Miang Cichlids. Miang's got the crit buff now. Let's let's go to this second one. Find a good spot, or again what we think is so, was not expecting that. Wow. Yeah. So she's got defense break, she's got attack power buff, she's got heal, she's got damage. She does do a decent amount. I just have not seen any Huakis in competitive Siege. But I also have not been playing Siege this season. Full disclosure. So some of these might be surprising to me as well. Let's see, what do we have? 10. Some more Dark Robos. Dark Robo, man. We were playing with him as soon as he... Was it as soon as he came out or as soon as he got the strip buff on skill 2? Whatever. I was playing with him because I was like, I have the Dark Ninja, of course. I'm going to play with this unit that I could stick on Swift Runes. So, was this base 9? I was surprised. Oh. I have not seen these at all. This is the same person. This is just the same person built the same defense 4 times. Yep, he's committed. Okay. Let's see these. Yes. Okay, this is the first we've seen of these this season. A lot of time, or in this video specifically, because we have seen plenty of like Moor and Karnal and Shungpung teams before. It's not anything new, or teams like that as well. This is a different base, but yeah, I haven't seen those at all. So that is definitely new to me. I appreciate that he is actually being used now. He gives himself invincibility. Well, you know, because TOA hard. Of course, everyone's frustrated with that. But he gives himself invincibility when he is glanced on. So I always figured he could have gotten more affection, more attention, more use than he really did. Let's go on to, I guess, global now. We're on the global server now. We're going to take a look again, the same thing as we did on the Europe server, just at the top 2 most recent matches that are the 4th round. So you see these 2 at the top are 4R, if you guys can see in the middle. And then these one are all the 3rd round. These are the 2nd rounds. And these are the 1st rounds. So what do we have for Malicious versus Ocytocina? We already know how this is going to play out, ultimately, because... Well, we're past this round anyway. Okay, so you see some Miangs. We see some more Miang Cichlids phase, similar to what we saw on the other server. But this is always the case, right? It's less about trying to be creative and more about just stacking the same meta defense over and over and over and over again. Sometimes creative can work if you catch your opponent off guard. This is a different defense, right? This is yeah, these are two different bases than each other. Let's take a look at this one. More cichlids. Jeez, man. People building all these cichlids. Cichlid after cichlid after cichlid. But it's Siege. It is what it is. That is the beast of Siege. Okay. See some more. This is a different base, right? I'm not clicking on the same base. No, this is a different base. I always think these things, but it's Siege. We're going to see the same bases over and over and over again. I like the Tessarion there. So we got the strips, we got the Tessarions, and we got the... I think I might have actually clicked on the same base again that time. It's very, 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 very similar. Very similar. Although it's nice. Oh, we got the Light Frankensteins here. It's nice to see so many units that are easily attainable. The runes are not easily attainable, but the units at least are easily attainable. So Yang, not that hard to get. Light Frankenstein, not that hard to get. I mean, technically, you could just get terrible RNG over and over and over again for years and not get this unit, but it's not like it's not like he's a necessary unit to get that specifically. So what's going to happen here is they're going to outspeed you because 28% speed lead, and she's got 110 base speed. This is going to strip, defense break, and increase cool times, and then this is either going to come in and do the crit, do the skill 2 here, or because you never actually know what Miang's going to do. So, what anything is going to do for that matter, and then the big multi-hit over there. So they're at least going to take something out, and then they do have the cleanse here, they do have the heals here, so they do have sustain also. And they have the cleanse and the shield here as well. But what else do we have? I think we saw, yeah, we saw all of these for, let's see if we can see some of the, what are we missing? 4, 5, and then 10, 9, 10. Let's see if we can see some of those. Oh, hold on. We see some of the Windclaw. 5 is still, 5 is still, not available. I think we might have already taken a look at this. Okay, let's see the next one. We don't need to go crazy. Okay, apparently we're going crazy. Well, at least we get to see some different things here. However, it's still... Although, I thought we were going to see some more Lumes today. But these are LD teams, so... Yeah. Trying to snipe something right from the get-go. If they all do the proper skills, which who knows if they actually do or not. But that is the strategy. Okay. Fire Mage. I do like that Fire Mage. This does actually require her to Violent proc in this case. They do have they have the speed lead, they have the strip, they have the boost. This is probably a pretty decently effective defense. And we also see some more Light Frankensteins. See some more LD5s, and we also see some more Zens. This is a different... That's the base 7, and this is base 1. Yeah, so the base 7 base 1 have similar comps. They had LDs, so I just wanted to double check that I wasn't going crazy and clicking the wrong things because, you know, sometimes I have to catch myself. We have base 9. I should just say what bases we're on. See some Tessarions. Tessarion, another one that is a free-to-play friendly unit, and he also has damage mitigation here. Tessarion, great unit. No complaints. One of the best free-to-play friendly options for almost any PvP content. So we're on 12. It's interesting to see. I mean, he does have strips. He does have defense breaks, too. It's just interesting to see the Zens after so many people saying like, oh, Zen is terrible, Zen is terrible, Zen is terrible. Well, obviously not if he's being used in some of the best Siege matches of the season. So, what do we have? Fire 11. And some of these other ones are not available. More Zen. They're very aggressive with the Zens. Very, very aggressive. Where are we here? Okay, so we see some more Galleon and Faye. See Miang after Miang after Miang. So Miang, when she first came out, I was thinking she was going to be used a lot in Siege. Not when she first came out. When she first got her leader skill. I was thinking she was going to be used a lot in Siege, but after myself testing out the AI, I'm like, you don't know what she's going to do. She can do whatever she feels like doing. And then eventually she became meta. So at least she eventually did. All right. Let's see. Oh, we're going on to the next server now because we already took a look at both of these. Korea server now, I have no idea what to expect because it's been a long time since we've seen any of the Korea. It's going to be the same thing. Tell me it's going to be the same thing as before. Or as the other ones that we've seen today. Because we know it is. We know it. Oh, my goodness. Everyone's got the same exact name. Actually, it's not. It's a little bit different so far. And then now it's the same. Now it's the same. Now it's the same. But it is very strategic for everyone to have the same name. It's odd, but it is strategic. People have done that in RTA as well because you don't know what your opponent's runes are. If you think you know who you're fighting, you're like, oh, I'm fighting this person. They have this much speed, this unit. They have this unit that's on Nemesis. They have this unit that's on Shield. You don't know who you're fighting. This is strategy. So, what else? But people have been doing that in the top 100 or a few hundred in RTA. There were guildmates. This is nothing new. There were guildmates that were using the same names. So just because it would catch the opponents off guard and they wouldn't know what LDs they were going to fight in that match, because a lot of them know who they're fighting and what LDs they have, because they're just fighting the same people over and over and over again. Whereas like in the middle of the RTA ranks, you have no idea who you're going to fight against and what units they have. So what else? Where were we? 6? Yeah, we were at 6. We are seeing a little bit different. We are seeing the Light Joker, which we didn't really. There's a lot of Light Jokers. There's a lot of the same name people and a lot of Light Jokers. And some more Zens. Yeah, it's kind of surprising to see so many Zens, actually. Some Kalis in there. Those super fast Kalis. I'd like to hit some of these bases because I want to see how they perform. It's always going to just be based on violent procs and RNG, but I'd like to see how they actually perform. Interesting. So we were seeing these with Miles, except that if you just take Leos into this, then Miles is not very effective. So you at least have one less unit to worry about. So now they're just going for the, I want to say the Ivor, not Ivor. Oh, yeah, it is the Ivor. Right. Well, that's probably why I wanted to say the Ivor. And what do we have open here? Can we find a spot where there's... I thought we were going to have some more open here. This looks like a decent spot. Okay. More Zens... More Clara Theomars. Clara Theomars, especially Clara Theomars Savannah, was dominating every defense. I'm sorry, dominating every base the last season. It was just, you could not go anywhere with it. Okay, so we got some Dark Liches here. Interesting. But you could not go anywhere without seeing those Clara Savannah Theomars. Things like that. I would not think that does... very well. Yeah, some of these are definitely interesting. So take notes, possibly. We're at 10. Let's see some dark. So this potential nasty RNG combo is if their passives work, then nasty defense, very frustrating, and then he comes in and destroys things. But as long as their passives don't activate, fairly easy to take down. It's an RNG game. I mean, it's Summoner's War. It's always an RNG game, though. There's nothing new. No one's learning anything new. The frustration of the Geldnir and then all the buffs from some of these Paladins and Theomars. Like, there's plenty of counters to it, especially something like chilling is a great counter to that defense. But on paper, after the opponents just keep getting turns and turns and turns and turns, you're like, okay, well, the counter was pointless because they just got 4 turns in a row and now we're dead. They heal back up to full. We are dead. What else do we have that's open? There's a lot of Zens. I don't think that's necessarily terrible because I think people crap on Zen more than he deserves. I think he's definitely got his uses. There's the chilling. See, this I have not even fought against. But again, like I said, I'm kind of laying low. Laying low, that's what we're going to call it. It's lazy. It's me working. We're on Japan server now. They've always loved to do fast cleaves on this server, so let's see if there's going to be anything different. Then I think we're just going to see the same things as before, as with the other servers. So let's see what's open. Let's try to find a good spot. There's never a really great spot, but yeah, let's see. Okay. Speed leads, strips, and Tessarions. Tessarion one of them. Really? Skogo feels left out that he got knocked down for a fish. Feels bad, man. We have 11. Wow, there's a lot of Chandra, Lume, Theomars. Not Theomars. Tessarion. Wow, how do I forget the name of my favorite mod? Here's the Theomars. We knew he was going to be here soon enough. Actually, we have not been seeing a whole lot of the meta RTA light occult girls. Also, Beth, this is the first Beth I've seen this siege. Camilla, which is not really a great siege unit. That's got to be a crazy fast Cadiz. But yeah, what are we on? 12? Did we already see this? We might have already seen the 9. I think, well, we might have already seen those bases, but they're all the same bases anyway, so it's really hard to tell if I don't pay attention to what we are actually clicking on. What are we on? 10? Let's check a look at that. Let's take a look at 4. Let's check out 4, whatever. Oh, hold on. I got to take some notes, guys. We got the Celia here. We got the Shazam here. I forgot his name. I forgot Shazam's name. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. This is another. It's a very free-to-play friendly. You can stack this to your heart's content. Well, maybe not in the 4-star bases, but free-to-play friendly defense as long as you have the runes, which again, that's the hardest part. This, since she was a Hall of Heroes at one point, is also a somewhat free-to-play friendly defense. So these, not quite so much free-to-play friendly, but also they're not really stacking them like crazy. So also, Juno, not so, well, Juno in theory is not so bad here, except that if Zerath nukes right after the strip into a defense break, then it does. She's not going to survive that. I got trigger happy. I was about to go to the next server. We're only halfway done with this one. Let's try to find a good spot. Maybe. All right. Chandra Ethnaperna. We get to see some Royd again, which is, it's been a while. Here's the Miang, Cichlid, and Driller Light Frankenstein. What are we on? 6. Some of these, it's just so RNG. It really is for those defenses. Like if you're, and RNG is in the defense's favor. Of course, we all know that, but yeah. Some of these do not seem too intimidating until you hit the runes and you're like, oh my god. Oh, they had no speed lead and they still outsped my fastest unit. They outsped my Kabila, my Ashir, with my fastest set. What kind of crazy magic is this? What are we on? 8? I cannot find 8 now. Okay. Some Camillas. Crazy to see these Camillas. People get so excited about them for RT and they're like, yeah, let's see the Camillas for the rest of the... Oh my god, what? So many Camillas in Siege. All right. That's not what I was expecting from Japan server. Really. Also not what I was expecting, but that's got to be a damaged Triana. For sure. That's what that tells me. And possibly something on Nemesis. And that Orion is on. He's got to be on Violent. That's just my thoughts on that. But also, Triana's first skill is damage based on speed. So between this speed buff and then the defense break here, also the defense break here too. Buff, increase attack bar, strip into a defense break, and then speed based damage. So, and also tanky and annoying at the same time. What are we on? 10? Some LDs, of course. It's always surprising to not see more LDs. So this is a different base with the same defenses. Again, not anything surprising. Free to play friendly. It's worked before. But the value is stacking the defense over and over and over and over again. Last but not least, we're on the Asia server now, so let's take a look at the top two on this one. Well, not the top two, the last two matches that we got to see, the top 4 teams for this season. Let's find a good spot. It feels like it's a decent spot. Okay. Seen some slightly similar thing. I mean, again, for the 9,000. Oh, hold on. Okay, so we see some twins. We actually haven't seen too many twins today. We did see some different twins too. So usually you see those with you see those with either Triana. Classically were with Triana, and then they were with the Wind Boomerang as the leader because she has a speed leader. So it was an annoying one, or other speed leads. What was the other speed lead that they were using with those teams? I don't remember. And I also don't remember what, that we definitely already looked at that one. We definitely already looked at this one. See some occult girls. So we're on 11. There's another Lume. Let's go take a look at 9. Some more Theomars. A lot of these are free-to-play friendly. Not, okay, that was bad timing because this is not the ones that are free to, these are the least free-to-play friendly. I know that was very bad timing. I'm going to get called out in the comments for that one. Yeah, no, they're getting less free-to-play friendly, guys. Well, now I have to eat my words because now, like these ones. Okay, it's still Dark Boomerang. Still also multiple. Either this is no. These are different people because they have different icons. So this is another strategy. The same strategy is just keep have all your guildmates name themselves the same thing. So what are we on 10? And you don't know what runes you're fighting against. 11. Yeah, we're seeing some LDs here. As soon as I say free to play friendly, all the free to play friendly ones disappear, and we just see LDs in every defense. Oh my god. Have to eat my words. Comptos always makes me eat my words. Okay, we see a Shazam defense there. I don't really expect this to be an amazing performing defense. Interesting. How fast is that Isabel going to be? Because you have the speed lead, you have the strip defense break and increase cooldowns, and then she's got attack buff herself and then snipe something. She also has her own speed lead. So they could have done something else with this Isabel. I think that's all for this one. And we go take a look at this. Let's find a nice spot. As it turns out, the spot we moved away from was the best spot. Let's see. All right, more Clara Sylvanas. And then element neutral damage dealer. Okay, there's not a ton of damage here. There's the Miang, which is going to do a guaranteed crit now. So that's, and she's going to be fast. But that may do damage, that may not do damage. It's not a crazy amount of damage. I don't know why I have to say it like that. Crazy. Man, Miang and Cichlid is stealing the show. Oh, little purple star there. Not really that surprised. We probably saw more of them, and I just wasn't paying attention. Yep. And this last season was a whole lot of Theomars instead of Thessarion on these defenses. So we're at 7. Yep, Clara Savanas. Miang Cichlids. We're at 9. Fairly similar to last season, but a little bit differently. A little bit different. Jeez. Time for bed. It's always time. When you're old, it's always time for bed. Don't get old. That's the lesson. That's your lesson for today from these videos. Just don't get old. It's not really great, so don't do it. You're welcome. Life advice. And last defense. All right. Speed lead. Strips. Also, this does a boost here as well. Increase the attack bar of ally by 15% per beneficial effect removed, the damage proportion to the attack speed. So, yep. And then the strips and defense breaks and all kinds of stuff. And the damage. And also sustain. So, it's the Miang season. I expected this after she got her leader skill, but it just didn't happen right away. But it did eventually happen. So anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something. If you didn't learn anything, that's okay. I didn't learn anything either. I will see you as always. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.